Hey, what's up guys, my name's Ben. Welcome to the Swanky Cat Productions channel where I put at least one new video out every week. So if you like what you see here today and you want to make sure you see more, click that subscribe button. This is my 2021 Tenere 700. And I've got quite a bit done to this bike, but today we're going to hit the road for the first time this season and I'm going to try to pick 5 things that I would say are my favorite. So let's get this thing out of here, get geared up, and hit the road. I just missed a shift there? That's embarrassing. That's something you should cut out of a video like this. These aren't really going to be necessarily in any order, but the first thing is actually the first thing that I was kind of investigating after I put the order in for this bike. I know a lot of people really love the look of the low fender because it's kind of like the Dakar look. I think it does look good. I think some bikes really look nice with it. Didn't really want that for my bike though. Really just prefer the high fender. Also, a lot of the riding that I do is pretty muddy, back roads and old logging roads and stuff like that. So I didn't really want to cake up a tire and tear off my brake line and fender. It is still pretty nasty out here. Hoping that this is mostly salt. Not mostly salt. No salt. I had to get out today though. Beautiful day. Look at that. Gorgeous. The next thing is a little bit more functional. I guess you would say 90% of that was really looks. This is a little bit more function, but I also really have come to enjoy the looks and definitely the sound. And that is the holy deer. I wish you guys could see them. I'm sure they're too far away. That'd be 30 deer standing out there. That is the Camel ADV high exhaust kit. And I've actually got a lot of Camel stuff on here. That's what the high fender is. The skid plate is also Camel ADV and the anti-bobblehead kit. These aren't necessarily the 5 things, just a couple things that come to mind when I think Camel ADV. And if you guys don't know anything about them, they're a small-time shop up in Canada that comes up with some pretty big and awesome things. Definitely worth looking into, high-quality stuff. A lot of it's handmade, so check them out. I'll have links for all this stuff down in the description. That stuff I don't make any money off of, but any of the Rocky Mountain ATV links, those guys are real good to me and send me a little back my way when I send you guys their way. So check those out. That definitely helps the channel out big time. I really appreciate that. Look at that. Beautiful day. The high mount exhaust kit, I would say, is definitely something that's necessary if you're going to ride off-road. I could care less which one you get, but I think hacking a piece of the frame off, for me anyways, made a heck of a lot more sense than snapping a piece of the frame off. And if you guys haven't looked into that or haven't heard anything about it, I don't know what rock you've been under, but these bikes have a horrible exhaust hanger design. It bends into the swing arm first, and then when you bend it back out so it doesn't rub a hole in your aluminum swing arm, then it will eventually fracture and crack, and the exhaust hanger will bust right off of the frame. And I mean, if you want to have to weld it back on, then that's great, but I don't know, I think this looks better, it sounds better. It's a lot shorter of a fulcrum and a lot shorter of a lever for the ground to rip it off the bike, so definitely go that way. I don't know why I'm still hung up on this. I guess I'm just fairly passionate about that. Get it changed. The next thing that, this is actually the first ride that I'm testing it out on, and I have to say I'm not really able to enjoy them as much because these freaking gloves need to get broke in. These are way too tight. They're heated though, so they're keeping my fingers warm on a relatively cool day that we've still got going here in Wisconsin. But that is the Tusk bars here. I just put these on just like a couple weeks ago, and the reason I went with these is because they've got a little bit more sweep than the stock bars do. If you're broad-shouldered, maybe the stock bars will be just fine for you, but for me, look at that beautiful day. I don't know what kind of bird that is. It's big. Some sort of hawk. I guess maybe we'll go that way. Previously with the stock bars, they're a much straighter bar, which for off-road riding, I mean, that's probably a bit better way to go. All sorts of birds taking off from the trees. But like I said, for me, just not comfortable at all. I could ride this for 2 hours and it really wouldn't be a big deal. 3, probably just fine. 4 and definitely into the 5th hour, they just wrecked my wrists. Basically, you would kind of I would have my wrist cocked like that too much, just to kind of get, you know, into a comfortable position for my back and everything. And that is just not a good way to ride. That really, really hurts bad. So I would say if you're my size or similar, 5'10", you're probably going to want to look at a new set of bars. These are ridiculously inexpensive. These are the Tusk brand Chubb bars, the 1 1/8. Absolutely, definitely recommend these. Like I said, once you get into the longer rides is really when they start to definitely help, or when they're, you know, going to save my wrist from hurting so bad. But I can tell already today, I mean, they're just so much more comfortable, and I think they're not swept back enough that they'll be an issue off the road either, and they're definitely going to help me out a lot on. I love where they are. They definitely feel good, and I don't really miss my risers at all. I had risers on here before, and I kind of thought of trying to do both maybe. I think that'd be a little bit too much for the cables, but honestly, I feel plenty comfortable here, just exactly where they're at. So I would say definitely look into a different set of bars. These are extremely, extremely cost effective, and every Tusk product that I've owned has been great. So I don't have any hesitations recommending them, even though I've yet to drop the bike. And obviously if you drop any bike hard enough, they're going to bend. You want bars to bend rather than your frame to bend. So at a certain point, it's a good thing that they'll bend, but I don't think they're going to bend nearly as easy as a stock bar would have. The next thing is the Tusk tail bag that I've got on here, and if you guys have seen my other videos, I've actually got one of these on every single bike that I own. This one is the medium dry duffel, absolutely waterproof as long as you close this little guy up. That's just a vent for when you close it all down. If I can make my fingers work in these ridiculous gloves, which I can't. Great. It is a little bit of work to get into it, but it's well worth it. You can wash the bike right with this on here. Plenty of storage in there, lots of room for everything I need, and obviously I think you want to get at least a couple rolls on here, but you can expand this. If you guys have seen the review videos that I do with these, I think every single one I have taken to the gas station and brought a 30-pack home on the top of it, because these straps on the sides here will expand enough that you can fit something right on the top of here. So I absolutely love these bags. Definitely something to look into. Awesome to have the storage. And it looks good on there too. I like it. Did I say that was the medium? It's the medium. I've got the extra large, or the largest one, on the KLR, and the TW has, I think, the small, not the extra small. Oh, can't wait to get my low seat. Oh, I missed this bike. Just getting on riding too. Whoa! When did you guys get way up there? How did that happen? What's going on here? I'm sure somebody will have asked by now. So if you're still here and wondering, that is an Insta360 camera. I've got links for those down in the description. Thanks to the patrons, actually this year we are now looking through the lens of a Hero 9. And if you see the goofy red cable that I've got coming out of it, that's because this thing is actually not running off a battery at all. This is completely batteryless, nothing in the battery slot at all. It's hooked up to a big old power bank in my pocket, which I ran all sled season, and it's just absolutely so nice to not have to worry about battery power. You can probably go a whole season on a single charge. It's definitely the way to go. Now, will you guys please just stay there? What's going on with that? How long has that been up there? That's going to be fun to try to edit. Oh, look at that. Beautiful day for a ride. What the heck was the next thing? Oh, my GPS. So I've done quite a few videos of these about this, so I'm hoping you guys aren't annoyed by, me talking about them, but I've got one of these GPSs on every single one of my bikes. This is the 40LM, and the reason that I've got so many GPSs is basically I'm just too lazy to switch them from bike to bike. And the price tag for these is definitely worth the convenience. I've picked every single one of these up used off of eBay. I think this one I paid $20 for to ship to my door. That seems ridiculous, but that's definitely it. Yeah, $20 for the unit and the shipping, all said and done, 20 bucks. And then I've got the VV mappings chip inside of it, which is just absolutely awesome. Shows you all the snowmobile trails in the wintertime, shows you all the ATV trails and routes and everything in the summer, and then it always shows you all of the public land, county land, state land, that sort of thing. So really recommend getting something like this on your bike or your four-wheeler if you're in Wisconsin, Iowa, Minnesota, or Michigan. Oh, hello, dear. Just stay where you're at, okay? A lot of people kind of think it's weird that people want a GPS on a bike, and honestly, I hardly ever use it to navigate. I mean, it is kind of nice for that, but my big reason for having it is just having those maps and knowing, you know, where the ATV trails are, where the county land is, the state land, that sort of thing. So I know, you know, what logging roads we can ride on, and you know, and what we can't. You don't have to worry about whether you're on private land or not. It'll tell you right up on the dash. And I think this is the perfect spot for it. I know a lot of people like to mount stuff down here. I just do not like that. This is so much easier to glance at. Really just a good safety feature to have it up there. Fogging up. I've seen a lot of people that say that they just use their phone, and I don't do that for two reasons. One, I've actually wrecked the phone doing that. The fancy new cameras with the really good focus on them, that just tears that to shreds, and then they don't focus at all anymore. And then the other reason is just that it's a lot less interesting to look at when it's just a GPS. And then what I mean by that is you don't have text messages popping up, you don't have, you know, alerts that say you got a comment on a video. It's just not anything other than the directions and the, like I said, land information that you need, which I think is just a lot safer, I guess. I mean, I'm pretty good about not ever using my phone when I'm driving, but especially I think for people that, you know, maybe have an issue with that, having your phone on your anywhere in your view is not a good idea. Get a Bluetooth communicator and hook that up to that, and then if somebody needs to call you, you can actually talk to them hands-free right on the road, which probably isn't a great idea, but I wish you guys would just back off a little bit here. Come on now. I'm gonna have to figure out something else for that. So I do actually plan on doing a video specifically about the things that I think you need to do to this bike to safely have it off-road. Obviously I kind of, you know, touched on a few things that I've got done that are, you know, more in that realm, but this was really just kind of supposed to be the things that I really enjoy. And I think everything that I've done to the bike so far, I have to say I do really enjoy, but I think the ones that I've listed today, I think really just kind of are my favorites and kind of make me smile the most, even though all the rest of them are, I think, definitely worthwhile mods, and I'm definitely happy to have them on the bike. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more, like I said, I do put a video like this out every week, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, click that bell after you subscribe. That way to let you know anytime I put one of these out. Until next time, guys, make sure you get out, enjoy this beautiful world, even if it's a little cold and snowy yet. Get out here and enjoy it. And hey, if you can't, here's some more videos to check out in the meantime. Take care, stay safe, and stay swanky. I gotta stop talking so I quit fogging this thing up.